Lived in bright blondes are my favorite thing to do. So we took my friend from this to this, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, so we're going to do an all over lived in blonde. So we're going to start around the nape of the neck, but we're not going to do it like we're doing like a full platinum. We're going to leave some brown in between because we still want like a rooted lived in look. So my first foil is going to be like straight across, and then my next two are going to be vertical. And I'm actually going to tease these from the bottom up to leave a little bit of dimension. And when you're doing a teasy light like this, you want to make sure that you really blend into the tease. Like take your brush, turn it vertical, and then swap up. That way you don't have any kind of harsh straight line whenever you brush out the tease. That's really important that you make sure you do that. So you're going to go side to side. And then you're going to come up, and my next foil is going to be just a regular, like kind of chunky foil. And then I'm going to make sure that I tease out all of the pieces that are in between, just so that we're making sure that we're keeping the ends bright, because we are trying to match her extensions, and they are a lot brighter at the ends and like darker at the top. For this type of look, I am not baby lighting, so my foils do not have to be like super teeny tiny, but you do want to make sure that you're not taking like a super thick section, because you don't want that to not saturate through and it to look funny. So once I get up here around the temple, I'm gonna go in like a triangle section. So this is where I am going to start to do more baby lights than at the bottom part. And I'm still making sure that I am teasing all those dropouts. So I'm going to go from the right side and end at the left side, doing more of like a triangle section like I said. So this one, I'm not going to do any foils like in a tease other than the dropouts. I'm going to make sure all of these like go all the way up to the root, because you want it to be more impactful like at the top layer. And then I'm just going to, like I said, make sure I'm balayaging, teasing the dropouts. And then we are still going to do a bright money piece for her. So we're going to start the money piece, but still go in that diagonal section in, just to keep that dimension. Like when you go diagonal, you do keep more dimension than when you go horizontal. So we really want an impacted look. And this one, you can really see why it's important to do the dropouts, because if I don't know if you could see, but there was like really dark on her ends right there, and if we wouldn't have done that, the whole look just would not have came together. And for a lived-in blonde, especially when people are paying you this much money to do their hair, you really want to make sure that you're doing all the steps and all the things to make it look really, really good, and that they're really happy with their color, and that it's going to grow out great and look great all the stages in between, because these are your clients, your livelihood. Like, you do want to make sure that you're not being lazy and you're not missing steps. So that's just my soapbox, something we can talk about in another video. But here is her all foiled up, and now we're doing the fun part, the root smudge. So I'm using the Kenra Demi line, and we're doing 7N and 7A. I really like this because it's not like shades, like it's not as translucent as shades, and I feel like it lasts a little bit longer. So I'm really loving this for my root colors. And I'm just going through and making sure I'm dragging down further, like toward the back than I am the front, and brushing it through. And then we toned with some shades, 10V, 10N, 10P, curled it all up, and here is the finished look. A really pretty dimensional but still bright lived-in blonde that looks like it just grew out of her head that way. If you girlies have any questions, let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. This was so much fun. Okay, love you, bye.